Hi, it's Linda. It's Saturday night and I've had a long day today. I got up at 5 in the morning, which I stay up late at night many times working on videos and doing other stuff since I'm retired. Anyway, I had to get up at 5 this morning because WW asked me to sub for 2 different workshops that was around a half hour, 45 minutes away. Anyway, I was thrilled to do it. I enjoyed it. The lines were out the door. People are just loving the new plans. Anyway, I thought I would go ahead and do another recipe. This one I did not put the points on it because it's something I'm kind of craving, and I put it into my recipe builder, but I'm not for sure exactly how many cupcakes it's going to make. It's more like a muffin cupcake. And my husband is out dirt biking today. He doesn't really care for, he likes carrot cake, but he doesn't like pineapple or any kind of coconut. So I'm going to make something that I like. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit. Anyway, so I'll show you what's in here. And then I'll readjust this stuff here. I think I moved stuff out of the way a second ago. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, of course, I'm going to do some fresh pineapple. And the reason I'm saying fresh is you have to make sure you scan the regular pineapple. And I had bought this. It said pineapple chunks in 100% pineapple juice. And I know I've done this before and I shouldn't have done this. But it scans at 4 points for a half a cup. It's ridiculous. I'm not going to put 4 points when the fresh is 0. So just wanted to put that little tip out there and get that back in there. And then another thing that I'm going to do is just the regular spice cake mix. I'm going to use a half a box of it because I only want to make 12. I don't want to make 24 and have them all sitting around. I'm going to use, usually it's like about a can, not quite a can, of diet orange soda, or you can use any other kind of diet drink. Just helps it with the, rising on the flavor. I have some diet orange, so I'm going to just pour in what I think I'm going to need, and we'll see how the consistency goes. 2 eggs. I've got some shredded carrots I'm going to add just to give it a little extra carrot flavor. And then I've got the Sukrin Gold, which is the same thing as that Swerve brown sugar replacement, but I ran out of it, so I got this. And it's made with the same ingredients, has no aftertaste, it's all natural, it's very good. And then we're going to add a little cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, and I'm also going to add just a little bit of coconut flakes on top of the pineapple because I like them. And so since it's going to be my recipe, because he's out riding, then I'm going to make it how I like. So here we go. Okay, I wasn't quite sure exactly how much was left in this because I used some. When I did my math, it looked like if I subtracted what I used before, I should have had like 9 ounces left, almost 10. But I poured what was left in here into a cup, which actually shows like 7 cups. But to be on the safe side, I put it on my little weight scale, and the weight scale actually shows there's only 5.2 ounces, which is a big difference on points and how many it's going to make. So it's so important to use, if you have a weight scale, to use it. And all I did was put my measuring cup on first and hit my zeroed it out, so it already measured the cup weight. Then I poured in my ingredients and it came up to 5.2 ounces in this. So I just thought I'd let you know that can make a difference when you're counting your points, okay? Okay, I'm going to add around, anywhere between half a cup to 1 cup of shredded carrots that I already had. So this looks like it's 3/4 of a cup. I still have some left, but because I'm not sure how many ounces were in that batter, the cake mix, I'm only going to do like 3/4. I like to add extra carrots, and so I put that in there, and I'm going to turn on my processor and let them grind it, grind it down just a little bit more, make them a little more fine. So I'm going to continue on with the batter. Okay, I pulsed the carrots and got them down a little bit finer. I'm going to pour in the carrot mix. Like I said, it said it's 5.2 ounces. I'm going to add a couple of eggs. Try to do this real quick, hopefully not making too much noise. Trash here. And put that in there. I was kind of hungry right now, and so I don't want to eat stuff, and it's so easy when my husband's gone because I'm a little bored, and I thought, I'm bored, I think I'll do a video. That way I get a snack afterwards, and if it turns out, I'll post this. So if it's posted, it means it turned out good. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the Diet Orange Soda, and I'm going to go ahead, this equals 3/4 cup up to there. Up here is like a half. So I'm going to start off with a half a cup. I'm going to pulse it, and then I'm going to come back and let you know how much more I ended up putting in. Okay, I went ahead and because it looked like I said in the last video, it looked kind of thin, which it was, because I only had the 5 ounces left of the cake mix. So I looked in the cupboards and I actually had some coconut flour. I never even used it. I bought it for a recipe, I guess sometime, just never used it. So I went ahead and I added, to thicken this up a little bit more, I mean to make it, you know, because I didn't have enough, I added 1/4 cup of coconut flour, and that brought it back up to how many ounces it should have been in the carrot cake. And so the points don't change because the other lowered and then this went up just a little. So it's still, if I have my calculations right, there'll be about 2 to 3 blue Weight Watcher points per cupcake, muffin, whatever. Anyway, okay, so now I got that all ready, and now I'm going to do the brown sugar that we're going to put on the bottom. So we're going to take a half a cup of the brown sugar substitute. This is the Sukrin Gold, or you can get the Swerve. A lot of this you have to order off of Amazon, although I was in Costco today and I just ordered the Swerve granular because I didn't find it in Costco the other day, and wouldn't you know, today they had it. But really the price wasn't much difference. So I'm going to put a half a cup of this in here. And then, and I chopped up almost a cup of fresh pineapple, just in little dice-sized pieces. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon to the brown sugar. So we're going to add a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of ginger. Kind of all these fall flavors, you know, like you put in pumpkin pie and everything. Really spice this up in a sweet spice. And so I'm going to kind of mix this all around together. This is going to make kind of like a little streusel that's going to go in the bottom of each one of the paper cups that I pour. And then I'll put the pineapple on it and then the batter. So that's what I'm going to do next. I will go ahead and do this. I think I'm going to do like half a teaspoon of each one. I'll let you know in it. And then I'm going to put the pineapple, and then I'm going to pour the batter on top. And then I will be right back. Also, I thought I would let you know, I put the little paper liners in here, but because it is a streusel, it might stick a little bit, so I'm just giving a little spray to each one of these just to make sure that they come out okay. And I like to use the butter spray because of the flavor, and I'm going to add any points, but just a little dab here and there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put brown sugar with the spices in the bottom. See, what size is this? A half a teaspoon. So it looks like I'm going to put like a teaspoon in each one. And I'll do this. I'll fast forward it, pass, and then I'll come back and show you our next step. Okay, I was able to put like 2 heaping, well, these are a half a teaspoon, so probably 1 good heaping teaspoon of the brown sugar streusel like on the bottom, and kind of flatten them down just a little bit, just so it gets down to the bottom of the paper liner. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put pineapple on each one, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut. This is optional. The recipe, when I go to put it in the recipe builder, with the 2 tablespoons of sweetened coconut, each cupcake muffin is going to be 3 points. If you do not add the coconut, they're only going to be 2. I love coconut, so I'm going to go for that extra point. But I just thought I'd tell you that in case you don't want coconut in it or you don't want to spend that extra point. So I'm going to put, this is like a quarter of a teaspoon on top of each one. So I'm going to see how far this goes and then I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Thank you for your patience as I'm keeping it real, like the girls at WW on Thursday night say to me. They like that, keep it real. Well, this is very real because as you can see, I'm kind of creating this as I go. I did put it all in the recipe builder, and then when I ran out of the one ingredient, I found something else. So maybe this is a really good thing because it can show you, you know, different options you can do. And when I'm done, it will have the exact recipe posted below my video of what I put in here. And so here is what it looks like right now. I don't know if you can really see, with the pineapple and the brown sugar and a little bit of coconut. And actually you can get by with 1 tablespoon of coconut. I ended up having some left over. So it's up to you, whatever you want. Now I'm going to do the batter. Okay, I finished pouring the batter. I actually filled them pretty full. I use one of these little ladles. This size one is 2 tablespoons, 1/8 of a cup. And it fills it almost to the top, tiny bit from the top. And so I was able to fill 12. I had some left over, so I had these little tiny little bundt cake pans, kind of like. So I decided to pour what was left in here, and this will be for my husband because it won't have any pineapple or coconut in it. It's just the carrot cake batter. I think he's gonna like that. So now I'm gonna put these in the oven, and for about 15 to 17, 18 minutes. I'm gonna see how long it takes and I'll let you know. Okay, they ended up cooking for 25 minutes. They didn't rise real high, but they look really moist. And so usually carrot cake is pretty dense anyway. And these are just little mini carrot cake upside down pineapple cakes. This is very hot. I just got it out of the oven. So I just kind of wanted to show you, because I'm gonna let them cool and I'm gonna have some coffee with it. But you can see like the brown sugar and the pineapple on top. So I'll probably just put this in a little bowl like this, with some sugar-free whipped cream or maybe some light ice cream on it and a cup of coffee, and it sounds so good right now. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will post the recipe. Actually, I started to write it out because I know this was very confusing, so just in a little quick synopsis, what I did was is for the batter, it's 8 ounces of carrot cake mix, or like what I had was 5.5 ounces of the carrot cake mix, and then I used 2.5 excuse me, ounces of the coconut flour to make up the difference, but easier next time. Just use the carrot cake mix, simpler. 1 cup of orange diet soda, 3/4 cup of shredded carrots, and 2 eggs. I mixed all that in my food processor, and that was the batter. And then I prepared the little paper tins. I sprayed a little bit of butter PAM on it. And then in a separate little bowl, I mixed up a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, 1 to 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut flakes. Should have been mixed in. I just put them on tops. That was optional. 1/2 cup of the brown sugar replacement Swerve, or this Sukrin Gold that I used. You kind of mix that all together, sprinkle that on the bottom, and then you take 1 cup of chopped up freshly diced pineapple, and you put about a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon on each one, and then you pour the batter on, cook it for like 25 minutes, and it's a yummy dessert for 2 points. That's what it ended up being, 2 points for each. So they're kind of small, but they're dense. So I may have 2. Okay, so this is how I decided to eat it, because they're really dense. They're, you know, but they taste really good, but they're really dense. So I'm really gonna call them, I think, more of a cup, not a cupcake, but they're very dense. So they're gonna be very filling. I decided just to go ahead, I'm gonna take one of these, and these are 2 points each. I'm going to spoon off the topping and everything right onto it. So all nice and caramelized, crunchy. And then I'm going to add a half cup of Breyer's no sugar added salted caramel swirl. This will make me a nice dessert tonight. And then I'm going to top it off with a couple tablespoons of fat-free Ready Whip for 0 points. It's a brand new can, so sorry, gotta pull this open. But so then this will end up being with the ice cream like 6 points for dessert, which is not bad. I might end up having another one, not sure. My husband's not home yet, he's on his way home. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna relax. And if you like my videos, please share. And it's just a work in progress on some of these, but they all seem to turn out really good. If they're really bad, believe me, I will not post them. But sometimes they don't always turn out exactly how you want, but that's how you cook. Sometimes you use what you have, and sometimes I go out and buy stuff, and sometimes I'm just on the spur of the moment. I want something, and I look and see what I've got, and this is kind of what I came up with tonight, and it tastes good, so why not? And so you have a wonderful day, and you have a happy Thanksgiving. I probably will not get a chance to post because I'm going to be out of town, but have a very blessed Thanksgiving, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.